Well, hello there, YouTube. And welcome to, well, it's beautiful because it's not raining, but a beautiful Monday, December the 9th. It's 39 degrees out here, which feels very comfortable. And, yeah, in fact, it's not raining at the moment. I'm still, it wasn't until I was editing the video, and I was wondering about the date of the Classic 350. And so I pulled up my little spreadsheet where I keep track of everything, and yep, yesterday was the 1-year birthday. Man, that was a cold drive from Lacey all the way down to here. It was cold. You guys remember that ride? Crazy cold. This is an old sounding diesel. That's cool sounding. Anyway, it's Monday. Start of a new week. Let's go bust it out. Yo, come on up. 40 degrees and oddly foggy. It was once we hit the freeway, it was sunshine the whole way here. And then we pull into Vancouver, and then the fog's here. But
it has not burned off
yeah,
here yet.
we know it's going to burn off because it was burnt everywhere else.
Yes.
Well, Mama, that old Monday, as we say, you know, doing these Monday vlogs happens way too frequent.
It does.
It's like, is another Monday already? Really? Yeah. Anyway, let's go on in there and earn our keep, Mama.
All right.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful day.
You too.
I'll see you as the day goes on.
All right.
Love you. I love you. See you. Bye.
Love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Look at this out here. Is this beautiful or what? Holy moly. I've already jacked the rear up, got all the stuff out of the back. Look at this. It's just heat piled in there. And it's just rock solid clay. I've been soaking this one for a bit. Look how much is still underneath there. What a colossal mess. Holy moly. I don't know how long I've been out here doing this. But I got it all out of the back. And there's a little bit of grunge built up in the teeth of the pulleys. Got all that out. I'm not doing a detail wash. I'm just getting all the junk out so that this thing can survive. Absolutely soaking wet. That's a wild one, huh? What a mess. That's how you get them clean, though. Just let them have it. Jeez. Get some wheels on it and move her back downstairs. Does that look a little better? I'm still amazed that thing runs perfectly fine without that sensor hooked up. What the heck was that sound? It definitely throws a code. What was that sound? Kind of freaks me out when something goes bang and it sounds like it came from in here. Anyway, that was a lot of work to get all that out of there. Before, you know, you got the engine light that obviously comes on, but it runs. Before they wouldn't take throttle, freaked them out. These are 2017s. They still have the cam sensors. I don't remember that 2019. I think they got rid of the cam sensor. It's an algorithm that they use now. I mean, almost nobody uses a cam sensor anymore. Don't need to. Oops, I left some water on it. That was a lot of junk that came out of this thing. And that one there, that's the bad one. There we are. You hear them fans cycle. Come on, old Spyder. I'm using a wide angle lens, so I got the whole bike in it. now, it's funny now, the places where I like the park brake to be, it confuses me. I got some tools back here. I have shocks for this stuff in here. I don't think I can grab all this with one hand. Is that everything? I think that's everything. No, I don't torque the lug nuts with an impact wrench. It's got a soft mode on it that you can just go rat, 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 and just enough. What do I have here? It's got my name on it. Oh, that's Kelly's coffee filters. But you don't need to switch out this lens mode. There we go. That's a little more natural. The radiator's clean. I don't do a super clean on it, but I got all the bugs and dirt and mud and whatever else was all in there. Man, the amount of stuff that was in this thing, it just kept falling. And it was like really bad around, especially under the fenders and stuff. He did a good job of cleaning it. He just couldn't get under the fenders, especially with the wheels on. It's too tight of a fit. And all the stuff that was around the countershaft sprocket, just buildup of stuff. Then of course you knocked it off and it goes into the pans and you got to flush it back out of the pans. And then if you looked in the teeth of the belt, you could see a layer of mud that was in there. And it didn't damage the belt or anything. Made the belt tighter than it's supposed to be, but not by much. Now she has kind of a normal feeling to her. But I'm going to leave this here. I like to dry these. I hate things just sitting here wet, dripping. So now we're going to rebuild the Frunk front tub. She's got some chewed up pieces underneath. Oh no, I just heard a whole bunch of dirt just move. He actually knocked holes and shattered that skid pan that's underneath there. All that stuff, that's nothing. You don't see underneath there no how. But yeah, hit it hard enough that it knocked pieces out of that thing. That was one rough ride. And to do all that, spent all that framework stuff on that thing. So don't worry about putting the curb scoopers in there. Cause more harm than good. And they hit everything, because RTs ride low, especially the newer RTs. But yeah, that was straight at some point. But look at the rocks and stuff this thing beat across. So I need to take one of the fans off, because the little teat thing down there was actually not broken. It's hers that was broken. And I seen this thing was so folded over, I thought there's no way it'd survive. But yeah, it's good. So I can take that fan off. But yeah, Kelly come out and she goes, oh. She goes, isn't that the one that's supposed to be gray that's green? I go, yep, it sure is. She goes, I like that one when we had it. She goes, remember when it was blue in the garage? I said, yep. I said, I tell people that story every time I talk about the gray. But, I joke, I talk about the Can-Am red, that bucket that's underneath that gas bucket. That's Can-Am red. It's not literally, but that's what it looks like. Hey, it's their color. If they want to call it red, they can call it red. If they want to call this gray, by all means. What it is, if you see it in the sunshine, you do see a really beautiful gray coming out of it. But yeah, everybody sees that as green. I'm sure there's some colorblind people that don't see it as green. Talked to a couple customers. Really cool guy that has a GSA, and he's a little heartbroken. now that's kind of settling in, I'm going to miss them things that drive me nuts half the time, but especially the boxers. I talked about that before. The boxers are by far the most reliable, most dependable, and like I say, that's where BMW's heart's at. It's in them boxers. But yeah, gonna miss it. That was a wild, wild ride for almost 9 years. But yeah, he's not happy. Well, I guess he had an experience with a KTM that was literally the worst worst thing ever. And I talked to you guys. The market is shifting to these mid-size, which is basically 350 to 650, low tech. Not super high tech. Literally a supercomputer rolling down the road. And the price reflects that. I grew up and I had none of that stuff. Literally none of that stuff until I started, working on Spyders and stuff. That's my first experience with CAN bus motorcycles, three-wheeler, Spyder, whatever you want to call it. And then, everything else dove in. Honda was probably the latest to go into CAN bus. Remember I told you? They don't jump until they can do it reliably. And you don't see a lot of Hondas in here. It's not very good for technicians, because they just don't bring them in. They bring them in when there's some kind of a bulletin or something like that. Things are just reliable. It doesn't have to be super high tech and have all this fling flang whiz bangy stuff on there to truly enjoy it. I'm telling you, the two motorcycles that I have that are literally in my heart, it's me. Literally, that's me. I wouldn't say that, 20, 30 years ago. I was all about the crotch rockets, But is the Softail Slim and that classic 350. That to me is a motorcycle. I've gone through all the, I started out with dual sport stuff and dirt bikes, and progressed to the sport bikes, and it had to be the go fast, and be crazy and all that kind of stuff. Went through the whole road racing phase. Did a lot of dirt racing too. It was more woods kind of a racing than I wasn't scrambles and stuff like that. I just wasn't into the boing stuff, and I really enjoyed the flat track, but that's you basically need either a lot of money or a sponsor. I mean, I know you can take whatever out there, but yeah, that's a whole nother commitment. And I enjoyed piddling around the few times I did, but I'm good. But now, you get older, and I just want to enjoy the motorcycle. Like when I was a kid, I'd go driving through all them places in Texarkana on my little X90, and then my little XL75, and just, you have that ASMR moment. You're just driving along, enjoying the scenery, checking out the farms and cattle and farmers, and just the, nature out there. That's what the Slim and the Classic 350 do to me. The Pan America, I mean, that's a magical bike. That's my high tech, let's go tour around the world motorcycle, and I'm infatuated with it now, so I'll ride that more than anything else. Plus you got good coverage in the cooler weather, heated grips, and comfortable shield and stuff out there, all the cheater stuff. And anyway, the reason for that whole story, the penny hit the floor, went rolling across, and I went chasing after it in mid-sentence there. But what I'm saying is, even a lot of people, when you talk to them, they're going, it just makes me want to go back to something, basic. It's amazing how many people have that feeling and kind of want to do that. Everybody's tired of all the high-tech stuff. You can't service it yourself. Can't reset the service reminder, and I mean, there's ways you can, but you know, if you're in warranty, you're you're gambling. But anyway, that's the global shift is towards that, and that just makes me laugh from the inside out. It makes me super happy. I want to see more and more of those things. Honda, there's rumors Honda might release in the U.S. Go back. You remember the GB 500 they had? You remember a guy showed up here? Good Lord, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago on the original GB 500. Man, at that time, you couldn't give those things away. Absolutely nobody was interested. I think it was Kickstart only. And I had what was it called? An SRX 600 Yamaha. It was Kickstart only. And, you know, I kind of got hounded for having that thing, and I was young enough, a little bit of peer pressure got to me, and I went and traded that in on an FZ600. I absolutely loved that thing. But that SRX 600, it was kind of like the GB 500. Just a simple kickstart only. I think the GB Honda, I think that might have had electric start. I'm not sure, though. I know the FT 500 had electric start, and that was not a smart move. But anyway, enough chit-chatting. Let me start sorting some. I was kind of sorting the parts, but I thought I need to get this thing off. It's sunny out. I need to clean all that mud underneath the fenders and around the back, and just get this thing ready so that I can put it all back together. And then I'll go on to this one. The one down here, that's the real bad one. That one, it went through a little more of an adventure on the adventure. It ended up in a ditch and all kinds of crazy stuff. It was, you know, husband doing the right thing. He was trying to get her out of that. And in doing so, they were trying to do the impossible. And I told you the guys, two couples on four-wheelers come along and drug them up the hill at a high rate of speed, apparently, over massive boulders. But considering, it ain't that bad. But anyway. Well, hello there, YouTube. Not so many starry skies out tonight. It's been a perfect day to go. I got a little hooky thing I got to play.
I feel a fever.
I could have went out and tested my heated gloves and all that stuff.
I know you.
Oh, my batteries came in for the gloves.
Yeah.
I have to check them things out. Lost the light over there. But yeah, that'd be nice. Them things last a long time. So yeah, it's 8 hours on low, 3 hours on medium, hour and a half on that high thing. That only lasts for 10 minutes at a time because it gets that hot. Mm-hmm. And so I should get 5 hours in medium and God knows how many hours on low. That low is warm enough that, you know, in most cases that'll probably be more than enough. So yeah, batteries, not worried. But anyway, had a good day at work. She had a good day at work. Though she's doing some more of that stuff, says her eyes about the bug out of her head.
Yeah, my eyes are on fire.
All that printed stuff.
All that tiny little print.
Yeah.
And trying to read little tiny print on product.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Come on, eyes, work.
I know it worked for me.
Yeah. Well, I reckon on that, we're going to slip on out on you.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
Bye-bye now.